All right, all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the one person, two person, three person. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. Thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me grow, helps grow the channel. Like every other typical YouTuber or person that's aspiring to be a YouTuber. Told you it's fun. Wrestling in Israel. Okay. They better calm the fuck down. You know the Jews run everything around us. Gene, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. All right. Let's let's. I know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen Carisha Please. We're actually gonna just do. I wish they had clips. I watched the video already. It was pretty terrible. Let's get synopsis from some people, and then, or I was only 30 minutes. Oh, we could kill this.
So this episode is a special edition, and I told myself that
She lying like shit already. She bad as fuck though. I ain't gonna lie. Now, now. I'll eat that ass. But that's not what we're here for.
I wasn't gonna be strategic or try to find the right words to say that I wanted to tell my truth, my story on my platform where I feel safe, and I'm ready to get into all the smoke. Clock that T.
Bitch, catch you.
So I have the one and only, my best friend, Saucy Santana.
I'm here. We get into all things Carisha. I want to call this episode Carisha Speaks.
Oh.
Because I feel like you don't talk much. I feel like you let a lot of stuff just, roll over. You'll talk amongst me and you and amongst close ones, but I don't really feel like you address everything. And so today I want you to take this time to put everything on the floor, get it all out, because once you talk today, ain't nobody gonna hear from you till 2028, baby.
Thank you.
So I want you to say today and let everything out, get everything off your chest, and we finna get into it.
Let's go.
You know what's funny is when they do that Asa say shit, they don't be meaning that shit. Them hoes be the fakest ones.
I'm ready.
So I want to get into mental health with you. I feel like I just want to check on, and I feel like everybody wants to know just these days, how are you? Just in general with life, your kids, family, and just with your career. Like, where are you at mentally?
I'm just all over the place. You know, I'm going through a lot, and some days I just be like, everybody go through this in their career and in life. I feel like in life, everybody go through something, whether it's a breakup, a divorce, a death, just like whatever it is. And I feel like
let it out. This is a safe space. This is your space to be vulnerable and just really, let out how you feel.
so mentally, like 1 minute I'm happy.
Why the fuck is she crying already? You wasn't no now.
1 minute I'm sad. 1 minute I'm feeling like fuck this shit. And then the next minute I'm looking at my kids and I'm like, I ain't bring us this far to go backwards.
Yeah.
I work hard. You get what I'm saying? Like, I put in a lot of time and effort in this shit. I did it when I was pregnant alone. And I feel like in life you gotta go through shit to get through shit. Like Usher said that, and I was like, wow, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like in life, everybody is going through something. Whether it's a divorce, whether it's a death, whether it's they just lost their job, just anything. And that's what keep me going, because I know that like life not perfect. And we gotta learn from our mistakes, and life is a lesson. And I feel like the people that I thought that would be in my corner, or that are like, when I was going through this shit, nobody called me and checked on me. Nobody called me to see how I was doing. Like, people was really like, how you thought.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's lying and coached. It just sounds like lying. Because it doesn't feel authentic. And I think people, viewers, shit, including myself, has seen her in a more authentic space. So she's holding back and she's trying to keep. It's hard to keep a straight face with an awful lie. And I feel like she's lying a lot. And lying awfully bad too. No. No. She's trying to make it sound emotional, but it just seems fake. Like the teary eyed on cue is crazy.
Yeah. So when it comes to Diddy, why do you think that you are so heavily involved in everything? Like everything that comes out about him, like you said, it's automatically. Well, what you think? Well, how you feel? What you got to say?
Because people feel like I was Diddy's biggest cheerleader and I made him my brand. And I feel like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy environment to my life. I had him at the office. I was still doing Richard Roulette in the split. All right on. Ari slapping my ass. I ain't never think I was bigger than the program. I was still on my city girl shit. I was still doing remix.
What the fuck did she say? I watched it, but I did not pay attention, obviously.
I was Diddy's biggest cheerleader and I made him my brand. And I felt like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy environment to my life. I had him at the office. I was still doing Richard Roulette in the split. All right on. Ari slapping my ass. I ain't never think I was bigger than the program. I was still on my city girl shit. I was still.
If I have anybody from Florida, from Duval, from Jacksonville, do you please tell me what the fuck she just said? Because that shit sounded like some amalgamation of fucking words. Oh, I don't. Slap my ass. What? That didn't make no sense. I know she said she had Diddy at the office, so I'm assuming that's a strip club. I mean, he's probably already been. He's like, oh yeah, I remember that place. I knocked the bitch head off. No, man, that's fucked up. All right.
Doing remixes. Don't play with it.
You did Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane.
First
I
impression.
was still working. City Girls was on tour with Jack Harlow. We had At Bad. Diddy came to me with the song. Told JT let's get on this record. Like, I was still doing City Girls shit. I was heavily involved in the group. I never thought I was bigger than the program.
So with Diddy, what was your experience with dating him? Because I feel like in the headlines, it's a lot of just chaos and it's a lot of allegations. And so I think that's what makes people feel like, well, since you were so heavily involved, you were a part of these things or you were around these things. So what was your experience like, dating him?
Well, I met Diddy at Peak Party and I met him when he was in a love era. And I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive. Like he was getting the Global Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Key to the City. He had a new album that was coming out. So I was celebrating him with the world. And I just feel like everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate. You was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him. So why am I being crucified or why am I being separated?
Yeah.
When I was dating him, it was love, love, love. The frequency is high. We used to laugh because that's like him saying it's always, "What's up, queen?"
Yes.
So I just felt like I met him like in a whole new era, and that wasn't my experience. Like, when I met him, it was just like I told y'all on season 1. I even asked him like, "Why you fucking with me? Why you fucking with a city girl?
Yeah.
Why you coming into my world?" Because I'm on some whole other shit. Like, you know my lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like when I got with him, he was just a man. And like, it was more of like, okay, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna sit, we gonna communicate, we gonna get solutions. What's going on? Like, we ain't even going that route. So that was my experience with him.
So
That was a dope way of saying nothing. That was dope. I mean, you could be like, oh, she said that she didn't experience nothing. Shut up. I'm talking to a dog. But she didn't experience nothing. And she was lit because he was lit. And the world was lit with him. It's like, I get it, but shit don't mean nothing for real. Like, what does that? What does that mean? Did she? And then later on, she said some stupid shit too.
A lot of the things that people really like say about him, you didn't experience that as in dating. That's not something that you saw. So is that the reason why you never said anything? Is that the reason why when all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, like why didn't you speak?
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience, and I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
So with you being, I feel like a survivor of domestic violence, he never hit you in a relationship. He was never violent. It was that something that you had to tolerate, or that wasn't a part of, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is, what he going through in these lawsuits and that video that came out. And it's like I feel like a lot of people are wondering, was that your experience? And I know personally that you've been through domestic violence before, and I don't think that's something that I know that's something that you've grown from and that you don't tolerate.
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again, especially now being that I'm a mom. I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but like having a daughter, like I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
So do you feel like with dating Diddy, like, was it a business relationship? Do you feel like it was beneficial for you?
I feel like it was beneficial for both of us.
Girl, you was his beard from all sorts of stuff. And he paid you. He got you a show on a network that runs off of YouTube. How is that mutually beneficial? You didn't help him make more money. He already had more money. Also, she didn't answer no question. That's called sidestepping. If she was a boxer, she'd be cold.
I think that, like, I was able to come and be a brand ambassador for Deleon and take it to a whole nother level because I feel like I won't say nobody wasn't drinking Deleon,
Nobody
but
wasn't drinking Deleon.
but when I came, it was just like it's a city or a summer we drinking Deleon, we acting bad. So I feel like I was an asset. I honestly just feel like with Diddy, like, I met him at a P party and I don't know what his intentions was, but I don't know if it was like business or he really liked me, but I felt like, when he got me, he really saw something in me. And that's why he was like, you know what? You got a big personality. Like you should do a podcast. Like you know how to engage in conversations. Like you know how to ask good questions. So,
Yeah.
so I felt like, I came into his world and I was able to like turn everything he had going on up a notch. Like, he had Deleon. I was able to have the whole world drinking Deleon, putting in his songs. Like I made it popular.
Yeah.
And then with Revolt, I was able to come and make it the #1 podcast on Revolt.
Yeah.
So I felt like, and then with him, it was like he was able to, take my career to the next level. I did the Met Gala. I got ready with Vogue. Like I wasn't going into the relationship thinking like I want to get a purse. I want to go on private jets. I want to get diamonds. Like I feel like I'm up under a mogul. I want to learn something. Like I want to learn business. I want to learn how to. Okay, you got a network. How can I get a network? Or you had a Sean John. How can I make Carisha please the next Sean John. So I went into that relationship like on a like more of like I want to become a mogul and I want to learn up under you. You know, most people just want to get their body done. You want to get a trip. You want to just do that video. No, I wasn't one of them.
Let's see. Cause she lying her ass off. Her sweet little ass got. I know her shit fire. I'm sorry. Carisha tells she make her eat her. Carisha and her sister wife. Once she faithful with you over negative the whole time he got somebody else pregnant. Where? If I wanted you to eat my pussy, Diddy would have had to tell you what either. She plays a good victim. That's all she does. Play a victim. She's probably also a cooperator.
Them.
And that's what I respect about you, because even though you a city girl, me being your best friend and knowing you very womanly. I always say that, and like just a grown woman. And so I even seen the elevation in your production, and your team, that you started hiring business managers.
Hello.
And I was
Because
like,
I think that like when you get around people, you see certain things. Like you able to like you should be able to learn something from somebody. And I felt like I was able to see like how should my business be operating. Like I should have a chief of staff.
yeah.
I should have a business manager. You know, I should have all of these things.
Yeah. Let's see DJ had the name is because he's funny too, but OG. I wouldn't call that.
This is when you
Call this throwing Diddy under the bus because she didn't really say nothing.
know Diddy finna get indicted next week, Chad. Hold on. Yo, ever since, hey, shout out to one of my chat queens. Imagine they vetted this. They probably looked at this. They're making sure that Young Miami's not going to say nothing about, and by the way, here's the thing. This is the thing about the disloyalty of some women. Right now, we don't need Carisha, like type of women. And this is where lack of accountability comes in for those women because, no, 2 minutes since she's crying. Nigga, it's 2 minutes. What the fuck? Oh, this is good. Wait, hold on. I hate watching this silverback gorilla, but come on.
That's it. I hate watching this silverback gorilla. That shit's crazy. His self hatred crazy because that's wow. Don't tell another nigga a monkey. But if a nigga say I'm gonna knock you out and I'm gonna fuck you in your ass, I'll be like, yo, fuck you for the rest of your life. Bitch, you ain't about to do none of that. Without when I have a lot 17 in my pocket, you ain't about to do none of that, big dog. I might look good to you, big dog, but this motherfucking Glock don't go inside your head, boy. If nigga would have threatened me with that, I'd be like, nah, fuck fighting, I'm gonna kill him. But you can't say that. You're like, oh, that's a hate crime. It's not a hate crime, nigga. He says he's don't like what? Anyways, that shit's funny.
Nobody gonna hear from you till 2028, baby.
Thank you.
So I want you to say today and let everything out, get everything off your chest, and we're gonna get into it.
Let's go. I'm ready.
So I want to get into mental health with you. I feel like I just want to check on, and I feel like everybody wants to know just these days, how are you? Just in general with life, your kids, family, and just with your career. Like, where are you at mentally?
I'm just all over the place. You know, I'm going through a lot, and some days I just be like, Everybody go through this in their career and in life. I feel like in life, everybody go through something, whether it's a breakup, a divorce, a death, just like whatever it is. And I feel like
Let it out. This is a safe space. This is your space to be vulnerable and just really, let out how you feel.
so mentally, like,
Yo, this Bati boy really is trying to show some cleavage. This is crazy. Yo, what type of world we live in, bro? We got niggas showing cleavage. Like, this shit crazy, gang.
What's your career? Like, where are you at mentally?
I'm just all over the
Yo,
place.
this nigga's shaved his.
Him saying the nigga showing cleavage is the funniest shit. Because he is definitely trying to hide his chest. But that's funny as fuck. That's actually hella funny. That shit's funny. I'm trying to. The videos is. It's not worth the 30 minutes. I wish there was other non-men that was giving a breakdown of it. And they call Murphy Farms. It's out here. Damn, 2 years ago he was lit. Now he's not as lit. He can't. That nigga ain't powerful enough to blackball you light skin now. Let's see. All right, let's see what other men are saying about it. King of Dreads. Might not be the best.
When Carisha said that she was ready for the smoke.
Oh, he's gay. Not to say there's nothing wrong, but he's one of the girls, so he's cool.
Maybe she was talking to a hookah girl or a bottle girl and asking them to refill the shisha. The smoke was not in the room with us. There was nothing smoky about this interview. The only smoke that we got was the smoke and mirrors of you trying to pretend and evade any type of accountability, even from your friend. Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the blacc on.
What's going on, you all? As you can tell by the tone, girl, I might as well have on the black V-neck because I'm a little bit irritated watching this interview. I've watched this interview. Carisha Please sitting down with Saucy Santana. She says she is ready for the smoke. She is going to talk about all the things. Y'all know homegirl has been through a lot between like the Diddy situation and the downfall, and folks like, steady pointing on her and saying, hey girl, like what about this? What about this? Da 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 da. To the city girls coming to an end. Da 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 da. Like Carisha been going through it. Like I can tell. Like,
I don't lie, I hate this change so much. That's neither here or there, honestly.
Like we can tell, like she has dealt with a lot of, mess and stuff online. And the girls do be mean to Young Miami. When the situation happened with Diddy, a lot of folks were more interested in holding her accountable than actually holding Diddy accountable, or people in their friend groups who are just as much guilty as Diddy doing some of these things. That's just the way that things are, unfortunately. Like, it's a mess. But I felt like watching this interview, Carisha was not honest. And I didn't expect, let me tell you, oh, well, y'all expected it. I know. This. I didn't expect her to be completely vulnerable and name all the things. First of all, this investigation still going on. She's mentioning some stuff. We don't know. Like for her to even do this is a little bit, but at the very least, Young Miami, at the very least, I did not hear you condone Diddy at all. Like, I did not hear you say, hey, like, that stuff that Diddy did, that is flat out wrong. When I saw that, you said it, but you were not strong. It was giving very iffy. You had your sign up saying, go Poppy. They have been talking about Diddy being this person since the 90s. You even tweeted a couple of years ago and said, if Diddy, you made a joke and said, if I wanted you to, Diddy would have you on your knees. You would be an eater. You made a joke that made it seem as though you know that Diddy has enough power and enough influence and is that person that will make somebody do something against their will. You made that joke. So you're not going to sit up here and tell us like, well, I wasn't aware. Even if you were not aware, you was just like, okay, as long as I'm good, he didn't do that to me. Let's be completely honest, because baby, let me just be honest. Diddy and Carisha never, if y'all believe that they were dating, I got an election to sell y'all for 2024. If you all believe that Diddy and Carisha, Young Miami, were really, really dating for real, like they were really boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, you is stupid as hell. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's nothing about their relationship that gave.
Yeah. Beardette. That's not Spanish. I'm just bullshitting. But yeah, that they wasn't dating. You could tell that money is a powerful drug. I don't know. Do you want to be a billionaire? To see like if you can have women do weird shit for you? That's an interesting thought. That's very interesting. To think like, damn, I'd have a chick do some crazy shit to me, for me, and to me. If only. If there we go. That light should be better. If I'm rich, I'd have a chick do some crazy shit for me, to me, and she won't mind because I can just be like, yo, I'll get you a Chanel bag, chill out. Even though a Chanel bag really only costs $58 to make, and they sell it for $50,000. How much are Chanel bags? And Diddy ain't get charges a building, but he hasn't been charged with nothing. Chanel bag price. Man, this shit's so expensive. They don't even know the price on shit. No way. Small shopping bag is crazy. Let's see. 4,000. Is this what people like this shit? Shiny lambskin and gold tone mellow black. This shit's ugly. Oh. Yeah, you have to be some elite motherfuckers to like this shit. Oh, that's nice. Hell no.
That. What it was is a partnership. It makes Diddy look young. All of the things, vibey, all of that. He got this girl who is needing somebody to like bring her up. Like she can benefit from being in certain circles, which means that like she will say yes. Like Diddy is an abuser. Point blank period. He knows who to go to. He may not have done it with her, but he knows he can mentally do other stuff to manipulate folks. Like that's what he is. And Carisha, she does, like, even if she didn't experience some of the things, like the manipulation was one of those things. Like he had you making a joke about the stuff that he did. Like, and Carisha, for you to be out here trying to make yourself like the person who like, oh, well, you walked around and was gassing this man up. You made this man your brand. You were on the high. You were happy to be on yachts. You was happy to be next to him on red carpets. You made this man, and I said this years ago, you were attached to him to the hip. It wasn't like, you did not turn into a city girl with him. You wanted us to believe that you were, but you were not. You were a pawn. And now you at the pawn shop. And a little bit of it is your fault. And you could do better if you just be honest and be vulnerable, folks. This was not vulnerability. Like, y'all always want to be vulnerable when the coins start drying up. I don't get that. Y'all always want to be vulnerable and say, because the coins are drying up. You might not be poor as some of us, but you damn sure ain't getting the bookings and stuff like you used to. You're just not doing it. You just said the label ain't interested in your music. You're not able to do this and that. You can't show your face as much because, like, people want to know, like, they're going to ask you about this. You are uncomfortable. Your personality has changed. You mentioned that your personality has changed. You were on the high. You were on the high, and I feel like that you forgot about your friend. You forgot about JT. You were doing your stuff. There was an interview on the Breakfast Club where you was working on your show, your reality show for MTV, and Diddy was going to be a part of it. Where's that at? You didn't have your best friend, the girl in your group, in that. Like, she didn't even know. JT didn't even know if she was going to be, and she said, I don't know. Like, there's a clip, like, I don't know. Like, now, you know, girl, y'all went y'all separate ways. Honestly, to be honest, both of y'all are wrong, to be honest. Yes, JT brought the mess to social media. Like, she brought it and da-da-da, and you responded, da-da-da. It's a lot of mess, to be honest. And I might not cover it. I might cover some of it, but it's a lot of mess going on. Between the Cardi B situation, between JT and her allegiance to Nicki Minaj. And you can tell that Nicki Minaj don't really with Carisha like that. Nicki Minaj don't fuck with Carisha like that. I feel like Carisha probably don't have an issue with Cardi B because she's like, girl, I'm trying to be straight. I ain't trying to have no issues. Like, you know, both of y'all were choosing y'all sides. Both of y'all. And you know what? This is just to go to show you that money is the root of all evil, point blank, period. Like, it ends relationships. Like, it does. Like, it happens so much. Like, money comes between it. We've seen it. We've seen it. Both people trying to be stars, da-da-da. Like, but nobody is thinking about the collective and them together. She mentioned that JT was recording and filming music and stuff without telling her. Girl, you were already doing other things. So it's like, yes.
Let's read them comments. I just sparked my interest from reading his comments. So,
these things in place, and that's
that makes sense. Maybe it's just because both channels are catered to the other person's type of viewpoint, but this is just all good. I've never seen nothing all good. First was wherever. No, this is blaming Carisha. Not blaming. We're not blaming Carisha for Diddy's behavior. We're saying she's culpable and cooperative. You found out who your true friends are when you go to some. God, yeah, she has a good amount of. Okay. Okay. Hey, she got a strong fan base, or Revolt does, or 2 million. Yeah, yeah. Number 30 on trending. Hey, she does a good job. She does a really good job. Can't be mad at her, but you could tell that was not authentic. It is what it is. This just doesn't seem like it was authentic. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I'm not really deeply involved or anything, but since we're here, let's get into Joe Budden. My arch nemesis. He tried to fight me when he was in Denver before. Let's see. Just what does he say about Rory?
Because he's already in the city. He meets us over there. We pull up. Security, the guy Brink moves the cones. My driver can comfortably park right there by the doorway.
Love it.
And he gets to stay there. Gets to stay right there. Introduces himself, kindest of huge black men. Boy, did I feel safe in that moment. Escorts us right in, moves all the traffic from the sidewalks, brings us in the door, right over to a desk where you got to check in. He says, yo, y'all skip the check-in. Go stand by the elevator. I don't even want y'all to wait right here. But when y'all go over there, I just need everybody's ID. I pull my
How many drinks did you have?
I had one drink.
One too many.
It was a double.
Last year with the right joint. And listen,
That shit was all right, too.
Listen to this. I'm not saying it's over because of quality of music from Miguel. Niggas went over there, greeted him, and every side of that, I go to bed with Mel fucking popping her ass on Lucky Day, and then I wake up to...
All right, I'm going to let this play so we can hear what he says about Rory, and then we can understand the responses.
Fucking flip on amp.
Before you get into that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I heard that you bumped into some people over there at the show. You bumped into some people at the show. How was that? Did you say hello? Were you nervous? Were you unnervous? It sounded like you was happy.
Unnervous? Who you bumped into?
Were you unnervous?
It sounded like you was happy in the video. Let's go, Mel. So you don't sound nervous, but still looks are deceiving. Sound is deceiving.
I love Flip.
Yeah, no, Flip was great. I didn't bump into anybody at the show.
Okay. Did you see anyone that you knew?
Yes.
How did you handle that?
I didn't. I just watched the show. It was nothing to do.
Okay.
Yo, do y'all know I don't have no problem with nobody? Do y'all know that?
Yes.
I really don't have any problem with anybody. And speaking to Amani, I have figured out what people's problem is normally with me.
Yes, we figured it out.
I figured it out.
What is it?
What did you guys come to deduce?
We came to the conversation yesterday, and I keep every time I'll speak to it. I bumped into Rory at the show. It's my man. Gave him that peace, boom, boom. So I guess when he went to his seat, Joe saw him, noticed him, cool. And then after talking to Joe yesterday, I just had the question, like, what? I said it up here. What is the thing with you and old friendships that people like? It feels like it's a continuous thing, like not a problem, but something like there's still tension after years and years and years. And his answer was,
after much thought and self-reflection.
therapy.
And therapy. The real therapy, not that shit these niggas talking about out there doing. I think it's the way that I detach from people.
People take offense to that.
Yes. People that think that we have developed a lot of equity, a lot of experience, a lot of time in the relationship, the way I detach cold.
Cold turkey, you go?
I get cold. I get cold. I do it with my girl. I do it when I start feeling hurt or taken advantage of or some shit, I get real cold and I just don't feel anymore. So if we have all of these years of experience and years of just X, Y, Z, that can look away and come off away. And if you don't get closure for that or you don't heal from that, then you carry that for years and years and years and years. I think that's what the habit is.
Does it come with age?
I think that's what the habit is.
Because does it come with age, meaning that if there is a conversation that need to be had, no matter where I see you, I'm going to have it. Like, yo, what's up? But not on no beef shit, but just a conversation and an understanding. But I guess it comes with maturity that sometimes you could be in the same building with somebody and don't have nothing to say.
But you gotta care to have that conversation though.
I always have something to say.
Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm kind of like Joe with that.
You are? Okay.
When I just don't care no more.
You
could be sitting right there. I don't have nothing to say to you. Just don't say nothing to me.
Going cold don't mean you don't care though.
I'm saying you have to care to have that conversation.
Yeah, going cold means you're
That's what I'm
protecting
talking
yourself.
about. You have to care just to approach the conversation with the person.
That's how I feel about going cold.
Because that's how I usually am. I would want to go cold with someone to where I don't want them to feel like they've hurt me more than they actually have.
No, but if mad shit is... Sorry.
I treat the friendship like when I'm out shopping for clothes, sometimes I'll see a shirt or something and I won't get it and I'll go home. And if I'm still thinking about that item in that week,
I'm gonna go get it, yeah.
I'm right back to it. So the friendship is the same. I'm gonna get cold. If it was something worthwhile there that at some point, me and it stopped talking. I feel like there was something worthwhile there that at some point it was like, hey, nigga, let's kick it.
Right.
And if it ain't nothing worthwhile, it ain't nothing worthwhile here. But I don't have no problem with your man.
It's so funny.
I don't have no problem with your man.
So if he would have came and tried to have a conversation with you, would you engage?
I don't know about that.
You know what I'm
Because I tried to have that conversation in the 40-40 when Ice wore the fucking Mexican outfit for Cinco de Mayo. All of us went in the 40-40. Niggas went over there, greeted him and everybody else over there. I went to do the same because I'm a man and an adult, and he showed his ass. You only get one time to show your ass with me.
Oh, okay. See, okay.
You don't just keep getting times to give me your ass to kiss because you hurt. You get one time to speak to me like that. And if I love you enough to not knock your entire head off your shoulders, then I'm gonna just walk away and not speak about it ever again. It's no harm for me. Once you identify the threat, you get them away from you, and that's the end of that. Them niggas accused me of stealing and thievery as a friend that was doing a lot of friend shit. So now you gotta stand on that. You gotta stand on that. I'm standing on mine. I wouldn't steal from none of my friends, wouldn't think about it. That's like the furthest thought in the world for me. That's not the man that I am. I'm standing on that. You niggas stand on that side, stand on it. There's nothing to talk about from there.
Okay. What about if it's just a big misunderstanding, right? Like sometimes
No, as a friend, you accused me of stealing. There is no misunderstanding.
The misunderstanding could lead to the accusation, though.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to them about. I don't talk to you about none of that shit, but they could really believe that
that's what
they
I'm
were
saying.
stolen from.
And their behavior, there's nothing wrong with having the thought. Behavior from the thought is what has to be highlighted.
Okay.
If I felt like Ish was stealing from me, then I'm gonna pull him outside to talk. If we don't come to a resolution, I'm gonna invite him to dinner. I'm gonna invite him to my house. I'm gonna pull up at his house. There's gonna be some type of FaceTime conversation if I think my man has stolen from me. No.
But what if you're dealing with a person like you that shut down though?
I don't shut down.
How will
I don't shut down. I'm Mr. Talk. I'm Mr. Let's go to therapy. I'm Mr. Let's kick it. I don't shut down.
You ever think a fight is sometimes the best route to go just to get some of this emotion out? Would that ever be like an option for you?
Not for me, because I don't have the emotions. I don't have the emotions.
It's so weird because.
And what would that
like them niggas?
No.
Them niggas are over there doing what they're doing. That don't affect my day to day or my bottom line.
Ooh, my bad, y'all. I thought I lost this shit. Ooh. Okay, anxiety was scorching. But I've already heard this, but I'm keeping it.
You know what it is too, Joe, real quick?
And hopefully I don't affect theirs.
Just one thing I gotta say, I'm not as close to you as these guys are, but from what I noticed, I do notice that while, yes, you do take accountability, you do have a response for everything. And sometimes that could deter you from wanting to express yourself because somebody could come to you and be like, yo, Joe, but you have a response and you have a, now I'm gonna say excuse, your truth. And sometimes people just want you to hear them out. You know what I mean?
My light started tripping. That shit was terrifying. What the fuck?
And I noticed that about you. You end up hearing them out later on, but if somebody's not built for that, if you don't have that type of, I'm not gonna say confidence, but if you don't have that type of patience, I can see it like, man, I don't want to speak to the nigga. Because if you start to speak to you have a reason for everything. And it's true, but sometimes a nigga don't want to hear the reason. I've been holding this in for so long, I just want to speak and let me get my shit out.
Anybody I speak to regularly, I feel like I can be vulnerable with.
That was what I was thinking.
Outside of that, I don't give a fuck if niggas ain't talking. I'm not Mr. Talkity Talk, wanna be cool, fly down. Hey, you niggas thought one thing, I think one thing, I'm cool with the separation. It ain't gotta be a fight, it ain't gotta be a beef.
I will say this, because I kind of been dealing with that a little bit with people in recent times. And I've really just come to a point, normally I would want to go ahead and be cold and be the person to like give you my ass to kiss. And even if I understand the relationship, the friendship, the coolness is over, I still want to at least leave us with some level of respect if we've ever said that we care about each other, we love each other, we want to see each other succeed. I want to at least be able to walk away with that feeling and not feel like anytime I see you on the street, there's this like weird little thing.
What I've processed, like when you guys are talking, it just
no. Hell no.
Well, that's me.
You said no to me. I know. I was listening like.
It all sounds like a fear of vulnerability. All of it.
I'll give an example. Vern. Me and Vern didn't talk for 7-8 years. Couldn't even remember why we fell out. Really couldn't figure it out. Until you just get to a vulnerable place of, even through this whole time, I didn't really want to be around you, speak to you, but I always still wished you well. I never wanted to see you do bad until we get to a point where it's like, nigga, we still love each other. Like, nigga, you still my man.
I'm down to do that. I'm not down to do that while niggas is in the middle of their healing journey.
Well,
they got to catch me closer to the end of their healing journey when maybe cooler heads could prevail. Right now, I'm not coming to the negotiating table with niggas with 33-year-old and 34-year-old brain. That's not where I am today.
Hey, one more thing I have to say. When you're accused of stealing,
That's funny. That's actually for 33-year-old, 34-year-old brain. How old is Maul? If he's that shit hell bad shit is crazy. Maul from Rory. Oh, he's 42. What the hell? Oh, he's an asshole. I feel it. I'll just stand there and say.
stealing, right? It trickles down to everyone else. Meaning, like, they expect you to see it from their perspective. Yo, that nigga was stealing from niggas. Hey, yo, it has it don't have an effect because I don't pay attention to it, but people would ask you or accuse you, especially when you have a powerful voice. So, of course, in my mind, it's like, no, this nigga doesn't steal from me. I don't have any issues with him pertaining to that. I get paid on time every time.
Sometimes early.
Sometimes
early. Sometimes niggas got step to me. Yo,
that's a fact.
Right? It's just, I got some shit that I don't know what's going on.
That's a fact.
Like, stop. Yo,
So
you
I
know
will
how hard it is for niggas to work. When you have stolen from people, and I'm not censoring myself right now, so we can move on. Let's find another topic.
Let's do it. Okay.
But when you have stolen before, like when you have committed crime, when you have lied, robbed.
So maybe Rory and Maul is using the wrong term because he can't actually steal if he's the one that created the platform. He can't steal if he's the one that makes the platform really popularized. Maybe, just maybe they should be saying, yo, he really just didn't want to pay us. And he used what he should have been paying us to further his own goals. That's better than saying he stole from us because y'all wasn't owners. Y'all didn't have majority ownership. Y'all didn't have nothing in that business to be able to say that he stole from them or y'all. So to say that he stole from y'all is a bit of a stretch, and yeah, I would slap the fuck out of you if you said that about me and you didn't put in on none of this equipment. You didn't put in on none of this shit. You ain't the one creating this shit. You ain't the one that built this platform. You were just people that helped. You were the help. You were not the creators. I'll slap the fuck out of you if you said I stole from you. I just didn't want to pay you $80,000 a month, bitch. Now, if it was $40,000, Joe, I'd have took 5 and no, actually, I make that. I would have took 12,000 a month and would have been lit. I'd have been like, yo, we don't have strippers blowing darts out their ass. It would have been crazy. But I feel you. Nah. They just sound like spoiled rich brats. And Maul's 42. He know better. Yo, he stole from me. No, he just didn't pay you what you think you're worth. And you really, I don't know if you worth that. 40 bands, niggas wasn't even getting out on Love and Hip Hop sometimes. Like, no. And I'll go on Love and Hip Hop too. Just write me a storyline. I'll have to fuck up. I'll slap a midget if I had to. But yeah.
Robbed B&Es. It take mad years to restore your reputation.
True.
The last thing I need is niggas that is around me so the public think that you know me a little bit to come and try to kick my back and like you got some type of information. Hell no. Stealing from who? Stealing from who? That's like one of the worst things you could say to me anyway. To me.
Well, certainly as a business owner, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a bad thing to put on
Very
a
bad
business
thing.
owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I don't play with that one. Nigga, you said that, so stand on it for the rest of life. You have to face the decisions and ramifications that came with your decision in that moment. Live with it.
What if they come out and, after doing some research or something and clear that up?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a hypothetical out there. Hey, you know what? I looked through X, Y, and Z. We thought this, didn't understand this. He didn't actually steal.
No, Rory know ain't nobody stole.
I'm asking
but he can't
what
clean it up
happens
because then Chick-fil-A for everybody. Chick-fil-A for everybody.
Why
with,
can't
with
why
Polynesian sauce.
Fuck that mean?
Why can't he clean it up? I don't understand that part.
Pride.
No. Okay.
Make a public declaration that he was wrong.
I don't want no public declaration. You done showed your ass. Niggas done showed their ass. I ain't trying to fucking dog.
Got you.
I'll be 44 years old. Niggas. Let me not get into life and how many years we got on the clock. But I ain't going backward for nobody. Not for nobody.
I'll say this much: the lesson that I'm learning just in all this, just in speaking with people that I deal with on a regular basis today, and people who I might not deal with on a regular basis that I still have rapport with, I'm just learning the lesson of just protect your friendships. Whatever that looks like, whatever this sounds like. From the good, from the bad.
Mine sound like, I don't know.
Bad, from whatever, just protect your friendships and move forward in life. I think that's all everybody can do.
Anywho, Flip, you said with Kai Cenat the other day.
Come on, let's hear it.
Yeah. So. Sure.
Yo, take a pic of man Flip. You heard?
He shocked.
What's good? I know you, nigga. You good? What's up, man? Good, bro. You be handling yourself? My girl. Who your girl? What's up, baby? Why you fucking up on her?
Yeah, Flip need to chill the fuck out. He's wilding for that.
Just give me my money. Yeah. All right. Just give me my money. Yeah.
Flip need to chill the fuck out. I know if I said that, never mind. Unless he got a stronghold on his woman. Can't be mad at that. Nah, I'm fucking around. Alright, let's get into the real shit. The actual real shit. Actually, let's see. Joe Rory response.
It's something that is clearly a shot at Joe Budden, and this comes on the heel of Joe Budden addressing Rory and Mal for calling him a thief all these years later. Now, what did Rory do? Well, he tweeted a passage from some book he was likely reading that is nothing other than a veiled shot at Joe Budden. And a lot of you might be saying, Danny, you're reaching, but let's read what this passage in the book said. Blamer, people who blame everyone else for the problems in their life, often have the most ironic wound of all. They secretly believe they are to blame for everything, but this wound is buried so far away that the protective self doesn't even experience it.
I would beat up Rory just because of this. Like, literally, I would beat him up. I'm like, bro, don't tweet no passage about me, bro. What's wrong with you? Let's look at Black Sam, though. Black Sam.
He was certified gifted as a little kid. Anybody that was around him, his charisma, he always stood out. People always were like, nah, this guy's special. When he got out of high school, we was able to just really get to it and adapt. And my brother had put me on a CD game, and it just, took off. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to peel $1 million out of this. But eventually somebody probably called in or did something where they start investigating. I'm like, all right, took everything out the house, buried the bread, buried probably like $250
in cash.
Yep. The foundation of what we doing, it doesn't last when you're doing anything illegal or you're on the street. So Hussle was like, no, this is what we're gonna do. This clothing gonna be big. It's gonna be one of the biggest things we do watch. When I first heard him write something, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you wrote this? He like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, this is special. Anytime Nip would pull up, it's like Michael Jackson pulled up in the hood.
Gotcha.
So many people from the neighborhood was inspired.
You know you can't be better than the program. We don't understand why I said that.
Somebody came, said one disrespectful thing, Hussle, take his chains off, squabbling. Mandatory respect. And at the same time, leading by example. You know, at this point, he was still kind of shorter than me. So I'm like, all right, this mine. I took over so he was mad, we arguing back and forth.
You take over the enterprise?
I'm taking over this burner for a minute, but no, I always joke and laugh. Like, man, any hustle we was ever on, me, everybody, our friends that we grew up with, you know, bro was the visionary and brought it to the team.
From an early age.
From the early age, man. Early age.
Damn. So when you see that there is this lucrative thing that can go on, and Nip is already on it,
right?
And you take it, you say, man, it went from, you know, from trash to treasure, and it becomes your thing.
Right.
You go for 2.5 months to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You bury the money before you bounce.
Yep.
You come back home.
Yep.
And where was the money buried at?
In my mom's backyard.
In the mom backyard. Did you see that on like some movie or some shit or?
Probably growing up, but I think for me it was like, you know, we in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't want nobody when I'm gone breaking in the house and stealing the money or breaking into granny's house, or even if the police come.
Right.
They hit the house when I was, so my thing was like, man, what can I do? So it was immediately, I'm finna get a shovel. You know, it took a lot longer than I thought. I'm trying to dig as deep as I can without sweating and passing out, but I got it probably like good 6-7 feet deep.
Damn.
Rolled the motherfucker safe in there.
What was the money in? It was like 250,000.
Yeah,
what was it in?
It was wrapped in plastic, like sandwich bags. Each 1,000, we had it wrapped up, rubber band over each 1,000.
It took time.
Yeah, it had been like that in the safe.
Right, gotcha.
But that's how it was. Really, the safe was it was rubber band up, you know. But then once it got into that hole, I'm thinking, and this is to anybody who don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I buy a waterproof and fireproof safe. That shit is not waterproof.
Yeah, so you come home.
Yeah.
Do you dig the 6-7 feet yourself again?
Yeah, 100%.
So you dig your safe out.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Yeah, and I'm digging for hours and hours, pulling my hair out because I'm not hitting the safe.
Right.
And so I'm thinking somebody went in there and got it. And finally, you know, I'm praying like, man, finally I hit this, and I'm like, oh. And then it took me probably like another 4 hours to get it wedged out. Because it's in there, I gotta go head first, and I'm trying to flip it around to get to the, and then finally when I get the part with the combination and the key, I forget the combo. So now I'm trying to play with it for another hour, and finally I open it, and when I open it, it's filled up with water.
Yeah, man.
And so then I'm just like, I ain't never had no breakdown. I'm just sitting there, about to lose it. I just take everything out, put it in a duffel bag, get out, running the house. I'm going crazy. My mom is like, what's going on? Let's go in the bathroom. She's like, what the fuck is going on with you? What's the matter with you? And then I'm just trying to figure out like how I salvage it. The money was molded, wet. Each stack was like falling apart. When you pull it apart, it was just crumbling. So mom's went and got blow dryers for me, and then so I just went in the bathroom and was peeling them off little by little, putting them to the side and blow drying them till they get back hard, so they wouldn't break. And then bro came in, helped me, moms helped me, pops came, helped.
Yeah.
And so we was just in there separating them and trying to salvage as much of it as we could.
You put 250 in.
Yeah.
How much you lose?
Probably like a good, maybe like good 50 was just like
gone.
Like you couldn't do nothing with it, broke all up. The rest of the money we salvaged, and it was just smelt like shit, fucked up on the edges. But you know, this was like we counted it up and was like, all right, this is what we got. And then it was the campaign. Like, man, we went Nick's check cashing. How many stores they got in this area?
Yeah.
We got the map. It's 50 of them. Everybody 2,000. Go. And we just get money orders. Money orders, 2,000. It came to a point where we couldn't even walk into the
Knicks.
To the Knicks. As soon as we get in the line, they're like, oh, hell no. Get the fuck out the store. That money, that bullshit ass money stinks. So we was banned from the Knicks. Everybody from the Knicks all over the city, if anybody working in the Knicks, they remember us.
Damn.
And we was coming through with the 2,000, trying to get $2,000 money orders.
And so you know you lost 50 off the top.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if I lost 50,000, I might be on that corner. I might be walking that blade like yo, not to sell my ass, but never mind. But yeah.
And then the other was Stanky money.
Yep.
But you were able to get that back. So you lost 250 complete. I mean 50 complete.
Yeah, 50 was
and
like...
that's 50 real ones.
Yep, 50 real ones, man. And it was all the 100 stacks.
Damn.
The 100 stacks be just 10 bills. It was the 5s, the 20s, and the 10s that survived because the top, it was 1,000, but the top 2 bills would go to waste. The bottom 2 bills would go to waste. So when it's a 5, a 10, or a 20, you may lose like $40. On them 100 stacks, you lose the faux top and the faux bottom. That's the whole 1,000 gone. So it was the low denominations that we were able to save, which was good. And it was good that, you know, a lot of the bills was low bills, so.
Where do you go from there, though? Once you dig it up and you do all the nicks and try to get it back, what's the next so-called hustle that comes? Because is the other game gone now?
The other game is not gone at this point, but it's different, and I'm hot. And, you know, my goal was, for number one, I'm not spending shit.
Right.
So at this point, I'm not spending nothing. I'm in the bucket, you know, I'm not spending nothing, but we had one good Christmas, made sure that the fam got cars and everybody was good, and after that, I'm not spending nothing. And at this point, it was like, we gotta spend it. So now it was like, what we gonna spend it with? And you know, Hustle was getting money. Hustle was like, look, this what we need to do. So he like, man, I'm putting everything I got in it. Let's throw some money at it too. So that's when we went, and that's when we on the jewelry, and we spending money on certain things and really building the label up. You know, all equipment. You know, we bought a spot, got another spot in Atlanta. We just going trying to, like, you know, build the infrastructure and get the team right.
So Nip already got the music bug and already got thinking music business.
100%.
So take what we have and put it into music, put it into, you know, the dream.
Yep, 100%. You know, what we did with the support, and it was key for Hustle that he stayed.
You know, at some point, do you feel like any of this is worth it, or were you ready to throw it all away?
Oh, no, man. Not 100%, like, crash out, broad daylight, whoever. And, you know, we start figuring out who the streets was saying it was, and, you know, that's what the whole unit was like, where's this nigga at? And, you know, that was the mind space at that point.
Yeah.
Aside from just dealing with, you know, the reality, you know, but it was.
Losing I don't have a sibling, but losing your little brother to violence like that would fuck your head up. And you'd be like, nigga,
Go time, man. And, you know, they're gonna make sure the kids is good, make sure his kids is good, and make sure we keep going.
Is it as random as what the public thought it was? Like, Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked, and...
I mean, you know, he already got convicted, so for me, without going into too many details, somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking, trying to, you know, transition into some legitimate just selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene, because he know what's going on in that parking lot. And had a conversation, probably seen nobody was in the doorways, checked Hussle had on shorts, checked everybody else, left. They say came back with a red shirt on, tiptoed through the alley, and went right and started shooting. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody.
Obviously, this was a setup. From what he's saying, from what I've heard from my telling it was a setup. Who set him up? Speculations.
Tell me nothing about that because it just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know. I know Hussle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hussle, because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hussle, wherever you find him at. But on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You're gonna come, you're gonna tuck your tail and be humble, and if not, you're getting beat up on the spot. And we done did it a million times. Hussle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. It was no argument, you know. It was no sense of threat. Because with that come, like, hey, be on deck. It was none of that. It was just, you know, to me it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, you know, in this broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and, you know, whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue. It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought something up to him. Okay, he may have, but it wasn't to me that don't, whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and Mag got the reverses. I mean, he got the, you know, charges reversed, because Hussle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick. But I think, you know, it's gonna come to the light.
Did you know Eric Holder before?
Yeah, we probably seen him a couple times when he was younger. You know, he hadn't been in the hood like that. They're saying he had some like a snitch jacket on him, or he couldn't come around. You know, me personally, Hussle, Fats, like we seen a lot of the homies raised, because we at that shop 7 days a week. You know, before it was the Marathon store, when it was Slauson T, Slauson Ave, we had weed spots all in the hood. So we seen a lot of the young homies raised, from kids to teenagers to adults. We watched them. They know us. We know them. Anything we throw in the parking lot, if you from that area, if you from the 60s, if you from the 30s to the 100s, when Hussle throw something in that parking lot, you coming. From whatever it is. You in the hood, you smoking weed, you coming to our spots. He was never at any functions. He was never at any grand openings. He was never at anything Hussle was doing. He was never at any shows. It's because he wasn't good in the hood. So all this other shit niggas is talking about, I don't know it. He wasn't good, you know. He wasn't good, and he was not good, and he was not around for a reason, you know. And to that point, we didn't see him.
Hey, Sam, why was it important to you and to the family to make sure that LA had a chance in the world, really, because I was people flying in from Japan, Germany. Why did y'all feel that you wanted to make sure that you did it at, was it Staples? At Staples Center, and take Nip, through every neighborhood. Why was it important for you to share that with us?
Honestly, it was God. It wasn't, it was Hustle and God, because we were just, going through it. Obviously, man, we gotta get this funeral handled the right way, and we're trying to hit churches and, black churches, black preachers, and nope.
They were afraid to touch it?
So we couldn't find a venue. And so that we just like, this is crazy, man.
Shout out to the black churches, because they will let you down. They will let you down. They will let you down. Shout out to the black churches that won't let you down, but majority of them will let you down. And they be like, oh, we take you as you is. They don't do that. Christians, Muslims, Islam, everybody are hypocrites. Everybody bask in something that isn't for them, and they try to make it for them. And thus, they want to implore a behavior, an ideology onto others. And when those people don't meet that standard, they shun them, ostracize them, and then they're like, oh, we can't touch it. We don't want to be a part of that. Fuck off.
And I think Karen Civil came and was like, we gonna figure this out. And she reached out and ended up like, man, we got the Staples Center on deck. And I think, LeBron and Live Nation, Rock Nation, everybody pulled their resources together and made phone calls. And, after weeks and weeks of like, we can't get a venue, like, look, this is, we got the Staples for bro. And so at that point, it was like, all right, man, we gotta make sure we do this the right way for bro. And just trying to plan it, and people came and supported and helped plan it and, make it happen. Definitely the family was appreciative of that. And just driving through the city, man, I think, I know how much, the city meant to bro, and how much bro meant to the city. And we like, man, we gonna drive through all of LA, through everybody hood in LA. And, so much, pushback, like, nah, we can't do that. Police, we're not giving y'all an escort. Man, fuck y'all, we don't need y'all escort, man. It's gonna be too many problems going through different people's neighborhoods. I'm like, man, we gonna go through every neighborhood in LA and nothing's gonna happen. Watch. Mm-hmm. People gonna be out there salute.
And we did, bro.
Yep.
What copyrighted material was us streaming? It's interesting. Comment down below if you think that Big U did it. That's the synopsis. Slime back from prison. What the fuck? Comment down below if you think it was the 60s that set him up. Comment down below, rest in peace Nip, because rest in peace Nip, that was one of my favorite artists. I can't even listen to his music because that shit fucked me up. I was saying that man, that shit was a crazy time. Rest in peace Snip to Nip. Shout out Black Sam. Thank you for speaking your truth, brother. Let's see, watch 100. Big Yusuf.
In a way, but he might have did 10-15% of the work, utilizing us. And Nip to walk down the streets, walk down Sunset at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, putting his life on the line, and all the shit you heard Sam there was doing, selling t-shirts off the car. You never heard the dude had any involvement in none of that. So it was like a nigga then did it all, the nigga come leech off something because he feel like he on some shit. You know what I mean? But this nigga is smarter than the other nigga. Utilize the nigga, give him what he worked for, but then when the nigga wanna control it all, he wouldn't let him. And then shit got weird. You don't shut your nigga down when you got a nigga like DJ Khaled at that time coming to the block that can put you on one of them songs on his album. You don't do that shit, bro. You don't go around like that. So to do that is to kind of discredit you. You know what I'm saying? It's trying
Definitely.
to show him
Definitely
who you ain't.
disrespect.
Like, nigga, you need to be with me, not him. But he didn't realize there's never was a need to with him. The need to with him was through niggas like us. You know what I'm saying? Because we gave him that life. We made him seem like he was bigger than what he was in this game. So, you know, there you had it.
Hey, Unc, it's crazy because I gave niggas the play-by-play. You get what I'm saying? And Black Sim saying the same shit. He just don't want to be all the way in it. But we know what's up.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that interview gonna open a lot of niggas' eyes, boy.
No, what's crazy though, Ghost, is niggas is such whack haters that when I was telling niggas what it was and what it wasn't, and the bozo came on the app, and I don't know, I might have sent Chuck, I don't know who I sent the nigga to ask a couple questions, and they outright heard the nigga lying and stuttered and stuttering. Niggas, they just act like they don't hear it, Ghost, like they didn't hear that. They didn't.
You right. They by me, right?
Yeah,
when I told niggas to play-by-play, what happened? Because remember when me and you started talking, and then I told you, I said I talked to Black Sim, and Black Sim said y'all gave me the courage to speak out. Dead homies, I told you this months ago.
You told me that months ago. You said I talked to Black Sam, and y'all niggas is giving me the courage to speak out, to say something, talk about it. That's a fact. He did the interview with the right though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you know, that's an LA native. Big boy, 30 years in the game. Definitely one of the voices to our city when it comes to this hip hop shit. Well respected. That's my brother outside of business. So he did that interview with the right person.
He did. And Uncle is really crazy because it's like Black Sam is trying to tell y'all that it wasn't just like random. You get what I'm saying? It was a play.
Oh no, he definitely went there.
He laid that shit on the floor, bro.
No, he definitely
come
went
on.
there. He said, nigga with the red shirt, you can't buy no red shirts in the hood. He said, nigga came back down. He said, nah.
And the cowboy ran like a him and ran Paul. Yeah,
Kev Mack, that's cowboy. He ran. That's the niggas that you heard like that. The niggas is supposed to be at the door burning up with the hoodies. Where they was at? They all them niggas ran.
But guess who they hanging out with now? Big U.
But you gotta even look at the way that Black Sam coordinated that shit.
That shit crazy.
Right before he explained that he felt like it was a hit, basically, he told you who Nipsey basically had a problem with right before that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit wild how he laid that shit out, bro. I hope niggas caught that shit.
Yeah, but when I said it, when Wack was saying it, niggas justified us.
Man, hey, bro, on my daughter's soul, that nigga stood at my house, my nigga. He drove an hour to my house, came in my backyard of my game room. One of my homeboys that's a baby cancer, very reputable nigga, and looked me in my eye and said, yo, Nipsey a rat. The nigga told on Domer, told the police if anything happened to me, he did it. He said, Wack, listen, that footage need to come out, right? His wife ain't cooperating, so I'm gonna make his baby mama the first lady of this shit, and I'm gonna manage her. This gonna show that Nip was still with the baby mama. Let that go, and then you gonna show that you brought me out of my contract, and you gonna sue the state of 30%. I looked at the nigga and told him, no, I ain't doing none of that. That's when friction started, and Loose Cannon is right here to speak on it. And about a couple weeks after that, Vic, you tried to start a fake argument behind a studio that we own, right? He tried to start a fake argument with him because I denied him doing any of that. I denied him. No, I'm not doing that, bro. Nigga got kids. Oh, nigga was, bro, you was just with the nigga. Why you didn't get at him about that 30% when he was alive? That. But I'm not finna let them release that footage. That ain't cool. No. Won't you just do it? You go at the family, you do it. You want to throw a rock and hide your hand and look and stand over here like you ain't did nothing. No, nigga, I'm not with none of that. A couple weeks after that, he tried to start a fake argument over a studio, nigga, that I owned, that we paid for, that I don't know how to even got involved in the conversation. When that didn't work, he jumps on the phone with Suge. Suge already disgruntled because I'm on his bumper, and they come up with a plan, some weird ass plan, because he always, for some reason, looked up to Suge. He looked up to Suge. Even though Suge used to violate and disrespect him on my phone, he didn't hurt. He still looked up to the nigga, and that's when they tried to do the move with the label out there with Allen Grumblack, and it got back to me. It got so bad, right, to where the nigga tried, because he knew Luce was close to me, right, through him. He tried to reach the Luce, Ghost.
I'm starting to believe it. Sad to say. Your big homies be the ones that really set you up too. Yeah, I don't know. That shit seemed foul. More content from the DJI coming. Love DJI. Project 3. That's my shit for real. Damn, that shit came out 6 years ago. I hope he still gets paid off of that video. But yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for streaming. All that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please give me over 4,000 watch hours. Please. If you have to put me on a streaming farm, I'm cool with that. Y'all have a blessed night. Don't do nothing wrong to your family. Don't kill your family. Don't do none of that. Yeah, like, just be cool people. You got one life. Don't be a fuck up. And don't be a pissy person.